You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Kurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 10th of December. 3 terrorists killed in encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Activists oppose Pakistan's illegal move to change Gilgit-Baltistan status. And young Afghan Messi fan forced to flee home after Taliban attack. And now for all the details. Security forces gunned down 3 terrorists in an encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Sunday. India accuses its neighbour Pakistan of arming terrorists and helping them infiltrate across the border to spread unrest in the Kashmir Valley. Islamabad denies the charges.
At least 3 terrorists were killed in a gunfight with security forces in Majgun area near Srinagar city of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Sunday. The encounter broke out late on Saturday after a joint team of security forces zeroed in on a suspected house in the area. The terrorists hiding inside opened fire, which was retaliated by the joint team, triggering a fierce gunfight. 3 terrorists were killed and at least 5 security personnel were injured in the gun battle. The slain terrorists reportedly belonged to Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba terror group.
Repetitive successes to security forces are primarily due to superb coordination and cooperation between the security forces and the civil agencies. Actionable intelligence are being given by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. With the result, we are succeeding in eliminating terrorists by the dime.
More than 200 terrorists have reportedly been killed in counter-terrorism operations in Jammu and Kashmir so far this year. India accuses neighbouring Pakistan of regularly arming terrorists and helping them infiltrate across the border to mount attacks on Indian soil. Pakistan denies the allegations.
In news from Pakistan, Pakistani opposition leader Shehbaz Sharif was granted one-day transit remand by an accountability court on Monday to attend the National Assembly session. Shehbaz Sharif has been in custody since October 5th for alleged corruption in a low-cost housing scheme.
An accountability court granted one-day transit remand of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz or PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif to attend the National Assembly session on Monday. The leader of opposition in National Assembly, Shehbaz Sharif, was sent to judicial custody in the previous hearing on Thursday. National Assembly Speaker Asad Kaisar had issued a production order of the PMLN President to enable the leader of the opposition to attend the upcoming session of the lower house of Parliament starting from Monday. Shehbaz Sharif has been in custody since October 5th for interrogation in connection to the Ashiana housing scheme case. The National Accountability Bureau or NAB has accused Sharif in 2014 when he was the Chief Minister of Punjab province illegally cancelled the contract with the construction company and sought to award it to another company for a bribe.
Moving on, a protest was held by activists in Pakistan's Rawalpindi city against Pakistan's move to change the status of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan to an interim province. The activists expressed the move is clearly illegal by international norms, UN resolutions on Kashmir and the Constitution as well.
Several activists on Sunday held a protest in Pakistan's Rawalpindi city to reject the Pakistani government's move to give interim province status to illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan region. The protesters said any alteration wouldn't be accepted and shouted slogans denouncing Pakistani occupation on rivers, forests and other natural resources in the region. They expressed trying to annex Gilgit-Baltistan as Pakistan's fifth province is clearly illegal by international norms, UN resolutions on Kashmir and the constitution as well. Gilgit-Baltistan, a part of the erstwhile Jammu and Kashmir province of India, was annexed by Pakistan more than 6 decades ago. It has been under a corrupt administration since then, and locals have been struggling for even their basic rights. Activists allege Pakistan uses force against those who try to raise their voices for their rights and against the establishment.
And in news from Afghanistan, senior leaders of Afghanistan's Jamaat-e-Islami party on Sunday said they have prepared a plan for peace negotiation talks with the Taliban. They said their plan comprises 5 factions, which they believe can together pave way for restoring lasting peace in the country.
Officials from Afghanistan's Jamaat-e-Islami party on Sunday said they have prepared a plan for peace negotiation talks with the Taliban. They said the plan comprises 5 factions, including political parties, the government, the Taliban and civil society institutions. The officials expressed that if these factions reach a conclusion about peace negotiation talks, proper ground will be paved for restoring lasting peace in the country.
در نظر گرفته شده. جنای حکومت، طالبان، جنای جبهه مقاومت، جنای احزاب سیاسی و جنای نهادهای مدنی.
According to Jamaat, the 5 intra-Afghan factions must sit together to find a settlement to the conflict in Afghanistan. But the government has said that the political parties should contribute to the peace process with the Taliban within the framework of government's Peace Consultative Board.
More news from Afghanistan. The family of an Afghan boy who gained fame after being photographed in a shirt improvised from a plastic bag in the colors of his hero, Argentine football player Lionel Messi, has been forced to flee his home after a Taliban attack. The family used to live in Afghanistan's central province of Ghazni.
The family of a 7-year-old Afghan boy who came to limelight after being photographed in a shirt improvised from a plastic bag in the colors of his hero, Argentine football player Lionel Messi, has been forced to flee his home after a Taliban attack. Murtaza Ahmadi grabbed the headlines all over the world 2 years ago when his brother made him a shirt out of a blue and white plastic bag with Messi's name and number 10 inscribed on it. His sudden fame also won him a meeting with his footballing hero, but caused problems for his family, which belongs to the Hazara ethnic minority in Jaghori district in the central Ghazni province.
مرتضی جهانی شد دیگه ما کدام جای گشتهش تنم تنیست یا اولادهایم در مطب رفتنم تنیست دیگه مرتضی خود چیده جای رفتنم تنیست شاکی مشود نفرد که گوشه خانه از ما میگشت روز که ما دیگه ما شاکی روز که طالبو دنگوری املاکت دیگه ما مزنجی بور شدی.
The Ghazni province where the family used to live has been the scene of intense fighting this year. The Taliban briefly overran Ghazni city in August, and there has been heavy fighting in Jaghori, forcing thousands to flee their homes.
Tribal men in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province recently celebrated a unique festival by aiming arrows at each other and dancing to the tunes of traditional drum beats. The 200-year-old festival is celebrated to appease deity Narsingh, the incarnation of Hindu Lord Vishnu.
Tribal man in a village in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province recently celebrated a unique festival by aiming arrows at each other and dancing to the tunes of traditional drum beats. The 200-year-old festival is celebrated to please deity Narsingha, the incarnation of Hindu Lord Vishnu. The villagers first pay obeisance to the deity and then aim arrows at each other's feet to mark the festival. The village of Jubbarhati is home to the Thora tribe, and its members take part in an archery competition as part of the festival called Nokhi Dali Ka Mela, or the fair of unique stem of a tree.
ये भगवान नरसिंह देवता का मेला है और ये लगभग कोई 200 वर्ष पुराना मेला चल रहा है हमारे सामने। इसमें सबसे पहले भगवान नरसिंह की हम पूजा करते हैं, तीर कमान की पूजा करते हैं। उसके बाद शरी डाली जाती है, हमारी लोकल भाषा में शरी बोलते हैं, आसमान की तरफ डाली जाती है। उसके भी एक इस तरह होता है भी वो किस तरफ को गिरी, उसके साइन होते हैं भी इसका भला होगा या बुरा होने वाला है।
आज न्यू जो जनरेशन है इसकी तरफ बहुत कम रुझान है, फिर भी हम छोटे बच्चों को जो है इस तरफ आगाह कर रहे हैं भाई ये इस खेल को जो है जिंदा रखना चाहिए। ये हमारी जो है हिमाचल प्रदेश की संस्कृति है, तो इसको जो है ज़रूर जो है जिंदा रखना चाहिए ताकि हमारी परंपरा चलती रहे आगे।
Locals and organizers in the village believe that such festivals would help them in reviving and preserving their age-old cultures, traditions and practices.
A great pride parade was organized in Bengaluru city of India's southern Karnataka province on Sunday, in which hundreds of people belonging to LGBTQ community participated. They marched through the busiest roads holding placards, shouting slogans and dancing to the beats of drums in support of the rights of the community.
Hundreds of people belonging to LGBTQ community on Sunday hit the streets of Bengaluru city in India's southern Karnataka province to stage a mass gay pride parade. Love is love was the emotion that reverberated around the streets of Silicon Valley when people dressed flamboyantly danced to the beats of drums and cheered on for the community. They marched through the busiest roads holding placards and shouting slogans in support of the rights of the community.
Equality is very important. Is that if straight people, heterosexual people can love who they want, it's not like other people should be restricted. Love is love.
We said it's just the legal battle that is won. So now the government also needs to, based on the direction from the Supreme Court, the government also needs to go ahead and educate the society. That is their job. That's their responsibility, and they need to take this step towards, educating and creating awareness so that it becomes easier for us as well, in the battle.
India's Supreme Court has scrapped a colonial-era ban on gay sex in landmark judgment in September this year that activists hope would uphold their right to equality. Gay sex is still considered taboo by many in socially conservative India as well as in neighbouring Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Pakistan.
The 8th edition of Comic-Con concluded on Sunday in Indian capital New Delhi. The 3-day-long event witnessed participation of cosplayers dressed as characters from the world of superheroes, comics, movies and science fiction.
The 8th edition of the Comic-Con brought the world of superheroes, comics, movies, science fiction, Japanese manga and the anime to India's national capital city, New Delhi, much to the excitement of comic fans and readers. The 3-day-long event witnessed the participation of thousands of youngsters from across the country who witnessed cosplayers dressed up as their favorite characters in a vibrant show of pop culture. The key attraction among the cosplayers was Vipin, who came dressed as the god of war Martis from the Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Indian comic artists also launched their artwork during the event.
It's a variety of things. I've got foam on me, I've got different fabrics, I've got scuba, I've got sequins, I've got nets, I got PVCs, I got boblas, I got pretty much everything on me right now that a cosplayer wants or needs.
What got me here would be, I think, Marvel to a certain extent, because I've been a huge fan of Marvel films in the past, and just getting to experience something close to comics, something close to superheroes, something close to the stories that are told through these movies was something very attractive, and I'd heard about the San Diego Comic-Con.
The Comic-Con also hosted Vladimir Fudrik, an actor popular for playing the antagonist Night King in American television series Game of Thrones.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.